gonna I'm gonna start off this thing, and this is how we gonna I don't know, maybe I could put it on as is. Okay, hey y'all, I'm Calvin. Hey, but some people know me, some people don't. I'm gonna do things a little differently. I'm gonna try to take this from my perspective only. I have listened to a lot of people. I'm taking from my perspective only on the drums. First, you must love your instrument if you pick it up. And that goes for any instrument out there. If you're gonna pick up the bass, the guitar, the kazoo, whatever you wanna pick it up, you got to love it. Now you can play at it. I think most musicians we start playing at it at first, and then we get this thing called you're bitten by the bug. When you're bitten by the bug, then you take off. You want to really get into it. And that's where a lot of us is now. A lot of us are now. So I'll tell you, I'm not good at this. I'm not good speaking like this here, but I'm gonna try. Um, so this first 10 minutes, I'm just gonna say, how you doing? Thanks for watching me, and see how this goes. See how I get some hits on it. Drumming is an art form. And matter of fact, I'm gonna be saying this a lot. Anything you do that you love, you're gonna do. You become professional, but you're gonna always be learning. Always be learning. You know, it's amazing how I'm just gonna just throw things at you because that's how I am. You know, you could be professional, but you know, as a doctor, always practicing. Doctors always practice. Doctors practice to the end because they're always learning. For some reason, we don't get that practice. We practice in the basement, practice down in the studio, but when we get to a certain point and become professional, like we learn everything. You don't learn anything. You always be learning if you want to be that way. Sometimes you get stuck in a rut or stuck wherever, and if you like doing that, then that's what you do. Okay. Oh, that's the bass drum. I'm just gonna start with this me and why I like it. I love it. I was a kid when I started playing, and I still do it to this day. Now, that leads up to this. I'm 65 years old. I started playing somewhere around 40 years ago, which I was maybe I was 15, 16 when I got serious. When I really started to really take into the thing, I tried to, and I did. Like I said, I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna say I went through all the situations of trying to be a professional drummer. Now that I said that, I was trying to keep that to myself for a little while. Um, there's levels of musicianship, and I call myself, and I made this up, and y'all can't take it now. This is mine. I'm called what you're a professional enthusiast. And basically, any instrument that you play, as a musician, you want to try to make a little money at this. You want to become a professional enthusiast. My mother always taught me, and she said, when somebody gives you $1, or somebody pays you what you asked for to do something, you're a professional. Soon as they do that, you're professional. Now, the levels of professionalship is up to you. Then you can stay mediocre, or you can come high end. And I say high end. Omar Akeem has come to a mission because I know him. Uh, Lenny White, Tony Williams, Tony Russell Jr. All the names, all those guys are levels of where you want to go out in the world. And there's many drummers. So call yourself a professional enthusiast. Once somebody pays you, now you until that point, you're just a drumming enthusiast. But when you become a professional drumming enthusiast, I mean somebody paid you some money. All right. So basically, that's what I'm going to start with. Introduce myself. I'm Calvin. I've been playing drums for over 40 years. I'm going to show you what I have done to get to where I'm at now. And this got a lot of pitfalls, turns, and everything like that. So we can see which way we go. I guess we can. I don't want to start anything. I don't want to start anything today, but yeah, let me start something today. The first thing is you looked at this and you said, I want to become a drummer. That was the first thing you said. I want to become a drummer. There's a lot of things that goes into that thing. And I'm going to touch on a few things in this and that. And that's it there. I'm going to try to make this my first one. I know it's a little sketchy. It's a little rough on the edges. But I'm going to try to show you what I have learned to get you to a level of playing that can make you some money. I'm going to point you to some people that I like, that taught me some things. People to look into, musically wise, playing wise, that you're going to need. So that's the first thing. I'm going to try to write up a script this time. I guess we should touch on one thing before we go. I'm going to try to do this in 10-minute sections. Drumsticks. Let's start with the drumsticks, because that's the first thing. That's one of the first things you're going to have in your hand, is the drumsticks. And you're going to go through, a lot of these. You're going to hold them several different ways. You may change up. Now, I'm trying to make it. You got traditional grip, which you see right there, which is the traditional grip, And then you got match grip, which is, match grip means match. On the other hand, you all look the same. So once you get that, that's the start. Putting the sticks in your hand, getting the feel of what you're going to do. Are you going to do match? Are you going to do traditional grip? Are you going to do match grip? What you going to do? That's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to try to find out what way feels good in your hands. And there's pros and cons on every side. This is the story I heard when I was coming up. I got 3 minutes left in this section. You got, I think it's 10 muscles doing this motion. 10 muscles. You got 13 over here. 13. So this is more of a powerful stroke, especially if you're right-handed. It's a more powerful stroke. So I can tell you, for me, like I said, this is about me. I started playing traditional. I was in a drum corps. I started playing traditional grip. And I changed over to matched. Now I'm trying to, guess what? Not go back, but get more control on my traditional grip that I had when I was a kid. So I want to get more of this going. And I want to, I want to use this. I want to use this, and I want to be able to use that. So you have, like I said, I don't know if you can see that. That's the traditional grip, and that's the match grip. And you use your index finger. Usually, what's the old school? What they told me was put that stick right there. Let me see if you can see it. That right there. Put that stick right in there. Put the thumb should be on top. Now in that, I got about a minute left. I'm not going to go too far because so you got the match grip, and you got certain ways to hold the stick too. And you got, I think, the match grip, which is timpani. This is timpani, and this is French. And then there's whatever. But I just think it's match grip. I'm gonna stick with that. I think in the course of these things, I will try to get the right terminology, because, like I said, you're learning. This is it. That's the first thing. Get a pair of drumsticks. The next thing we're gonna do is go on the pad. We're gonna go on the pad. We're gonna do the pad first and talk about the rudiments, and you're gonna need those. And We about 10 lessons, about 5 lessons before we get to the drum set. Yeah, Calvin Wiley's drum school and school. I'm going to show you what I do. See you later.